Yeah, buckle your seatbelts, that's for sure, because we have a lot to get through here today. Now, here in the city so far, all is quiet, but you can see this bubble of precipitation is starting to close in. A lot of lightning being reported. I've had numerous reports on my Facebook page, folks saying, hey, especially far west, far southwest, a lot of lightning. As you can see, I have lightning detection turned on. Heavy rain now moving in toward Aurora and Naperville. You get out toward DeKalb, that's where I've been seeing for the past couple of hours a mix of precipitation. Most likely this is some rain mixed with some sleet. Wouldn't be surprised if you get some small hail or graupel out of some of this precipitation that is coming down as some of the colder air aloft is being pulled down. There are numerous alerts to go through, so let's do that. Flood watch in effect where some of the heavier rain is expected. You can see that does include the city. Meanwhile, winter weather advisory in effect until noon across southern Wisconsin. And then this evening at 5 o'clock, a high wind warning will go into effect for the Chicago area. This stays in effect till 11 o'clock this evening. Still very windy conditions expected overnight tonight. These could be very strong, damaging winds around the area.
Fly through California on the way back to New York. Hey, Tracy, let's check weather for you.
Well, good day. I'm glad you guys are back here this morning and to talk about what else? A major storm system impacting the Chicago area. I just want to show you the broad reach of this precipitation that's out there this morning. And as you can see, that rain closing in on the city right now, extending back into eastern Iowa. There is more across the Central Plains. Now look at the radar. The rain's starting to move in toward northern Indiana. As you look at this, you can see all these lightning bolts. Yeah, Mendota, Ottawa, Morris, so many towns to mention where you are seeing lightning. Out toward Aurora, up toward Elgin, we're getting in on some of that heavier rain. The rain has yet to reach the city, but it will be most likely within the next hour. I am seeing a mix of precipitation being reported up around Waukegan, also back toward DeKalb. 34 in Sandwich, 34 degrees right now in Naperville. You get to Zion, possibly a mix of precipitation there. So you have to be careful with these temperatures kind of flirting at or near freezing. And I would anticipate some of these may actually drop below freezing this morning. That's when we could encounter kind of an icy mix at times. And we're especially going to find that near the Wisconsin line. And in fact, across southern Wisconsin, you have that winter weather advisory. Between me and Roz, I think we could fill the 3 hours just with weather and traffic alone. Well, good day to all of you. Let's start with a look at the radar, and there is a lot to look at. Numerous reports of thunder. Just hearing from some folks out around Downers Grove that there is thunder being reported out there. But your forecast first is what we'll take a peek at so we can kind of go through all of the elements of this storm system. It's mainly going to be rain that is coming in. However, I also saw some reports just about an hour or so ago from about Elgin to Rockford of a little bit of snow there. We may see some sleet, some freezing rain as it falls as rain and then freezes on impact. Today, hail, fog, also a possibility. Flooding likely, especially west and south of the city where we're looking at potentially the greatest amounts of precipitation. And then the greatest ice and snow risk is especially going to be during these early morning hours, mainly far west and far north, and mainly across southern Wisconsin too. So right here, you see this blue, that's showing that our radar is picking up what appears to be maybe some light snow. So if you're around Hebron, if you're around Huntley, it's possible you could be seeing some light snow. And in fact, let me know on our Weather Team Facebook page or my Facebook page the precipitation type that you are seeing, because it may go back and forth throughout the morning. Heavy rain, lots of lightning. I'm going to have lightning detection turned on all morning long as we watch for the heavy rains to move in. Flood watches in effect, as you can see, city west and south. That's picking up where some of the heavier rains are going to fall. Meanwhile, winter weather advisories across southern Wisconsin for possibly some ice and snow there. And then this evening, this is going to be a house rattler, I will tell you. This evening, high wind warning goes into effect. I don't see this being issued very often, but when it does, you know it's kind of serious. We're looking at high winds, especially during the evening hours today. Our Futurecast radar showing how the rain coming through. This first batch kind of winds down and eases up on us kind of mid-latter part of the morning rush. But then later on this morning and into this afternoon, additional heavy rain, possibly some thunder. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a squall line that develops later on this afternoon with the cold front. And now, as you look at the Futurecast radar or rainfall amounts, you can see it is suggesting as much as an inch of rain coming in with this system. Numbers-wise, today we'll hit about 52, averages 37. We're at 37 right now at O'Hare, 34 at the lakefront, and 37 degrees currently out at Midway. So a lot of rain to get through, a lot of precipitation to get through, I should say, and numerous winter weather alerts. And in fact, you get back into Iowa, they're talking about blizzard-like conditions there up into northern Wisconsin. This system picking up a lot of moisture from the Gulf, and it is headed right for Chicago through the day. Periods of rain, windy and mild today. We get those numbers up into the 50s here this afternoon, and then we'll end all of this as just a few.
Good morning, Mom.
Good morning, Jose. Good morning to all of you. The here and now. We are taking a look at different areas as this rain moves in to see how it is affecting the road conditions. So we're looking at light traffic volume on all of the expressways and tollways. We do have a lot of cameras available. So this one is going to be at 355 at the Boughton Toll Plaza, Veterans Memorial Tollway out in the Woodridge area, and we are seeing some pretty heavy rain coming down right now. The road is very wet, slippery, but no problems out there. We're also going up to the north on the Tri-State Tollway. This is in the Gurnee area at Grand Avenue, Route 132. Again, we're looking at wet pavement, but not hearing of any significant problems or hassles. Just take it easy out there if you're getting an early start this morning. Your travel 7-3, a lot to check on this morning. Hey, Tracy.
And all I'm going to do right now is focus on the radar. Over in northern Indiana is where we will start first, as the rain really just kind of starting to move in there over the past hour or so. Crown Point over toward LaPorte. And then you get toward Kankakee, Fawnfield, Herscher. We're getting reports of some lightning. You can see lightning detection picking up on that. Around Morris, it's just rain. But you get up toward DeKalb, we've had a mix of precipitation there. Now it looks like we're getting some heavier rain, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's almost turning out to be kind of slushy across some of these far western suburbs. And in fact, up toward McHenry, there has been a very slushy mix of precipitation there this morning. As you can see, from McHenry back toward Marengo and into Harvard, that's where we are continuing to get reports of kind of a slushy mix. Waukegan, also a mix of precipitation that is being reported there. And that kind of idea continues up into southern Wisconsin, where that winter weather advisory is in effect. Meanwhile, we are going to continue with this rain over the next 3-hour period. At times, it is going to be very heavy. There will be thunder and lightning. Don't even be surprised if you see some small hail coming out. Different impacts from this storm that is going to be with us today. There are some winter weather alerts, but we also have the flood concerns and we have high wind concerns, especially for this evening. But let's just look at the radar right now. And just here in the city, it's barely doing anything. If anything, just a couple of sprinkles here in the city, but it is about to get heavier, and within the hour I do anticipate some heavier rain right here, even in the loop. Now, over in northwest Indiana, it is mainly light rain that's falling for you. A lot of lightning throughout Kankakee County. So if you're in Manteno and you're not seeing any lightning just yet, you will. Sandwich right now, it's mainly light rain, but you get up toward DeKalb and Elgin. I've seen everything in those areas up toward Rockford, from rain to some snow to kind of an icy mix. So that's something you want to be aware of. I wouldn't even be surprised if you look out your window at home this morning and some of you are just kind of seeing some slush that is piled up in your yards. And then as we get out toward Harvard and up toward Walworth,